When I think of a monk, I imagine a lonely man sitting cross-legged at the top of a mountain. Why on earth should I walk in meditation? My teacher must really be insane. Hey guys, no matter what spiritual tradition, practitioners are overwhelmingly depicted in a motionless posture, sitting somewhere under a tree, in a hut, somewhere where they can properly meditate. While most people think of a meditator as someone who sits, the Buddha prescribed a different kind of meditation too, walking meditation, and he named it surprisingly often, and he never named anything that was without benefit. He was incredibly pragmatic. And he had very good reasons to do so, and praised it a lot. Walking meditation is a completely underrated form of meditation, and today we will learn why that is the case. And in pretty much all of the 17,500 lectures that the Buddha held over his 45 years of teaching, he never prescribed anything useless. Many people do not know, but the Buddha talked about walking meditation a lot and praised its benefits. It has countless benefits, as the Buddha knew quite well that exercise is necessary, especially for monks and other sedentary people. And it is easy to compare the lifestyle of monks to the lifestyle of people nowadays, because they sat a lot in meditation cross-legged, and today we sit a lot too, but at our desks. The difference, however, is minuscule. It is pretty much the entirely same lifestyle. And just as monks had to walk a lot to keep themselves healthy, we as desk people have to walk a lot too to keep ourselves healthy. And if you do not want to lift, for example, walking meditation is a suitable alternative. And many monks even attained full enlightenment while walking, or at least there are many lectures in the suttas, many lectures in the Pali Canon that tell stories of such occasions, of such people. And walking meditation is a form of exercise and has similar benefits. It is much more similar to our regular lifestyle or our ancestors' lifestyle, and it makes it much easier to have meditative qualities in real life as a result, because it is much more similar. It is easier to experience the meditative states of mind during everyday activities when you already trained it to a degree in walking meditation. And walking meditation makes sitting directly afterwards much more comfortable, and you are pre-concentrated. It will be a much faster progress towards any kind of jhana or access concentration, or however you want to call those states, if you walked before, because you require a certain degree of comfort on your meditation cushion. Otherwise, you will experience painful feelings, and when there are painful feelings, concentration will be very difficult, especially for beginners. And walking meditation also has great potential for insight, maybe even more than sitting meditation, because it's very similar to our everyday living, and there's a lot of everyday living and only so much meditation on the cushion. And further, and this is very important, it teaches you enduring, and there is a lot of opportunity for training of endurance in walking meditation. It has different inputs you can train with compared with sitting meditation. And now to a short tutorial, and afterwards I will present a short video of me doing some walking meditation. If you want to do it, stand straight with your feet next to each other and look at the floor about 2 meters in front of you. Try not to look at your feet, because that deconditions your brain, so you can't really walk anymore properly if you do it a lot without looking at your feet, and you don't want to do that. Then you want to fold your hands before or behind your body, whatever is more comfortable for you. It is a lot about comfort. And once you start, move very slowly and controlled, and direct your mind towards the soles of your feet. Nowhere else if you can. You will obviously also direct your mind at the pictures, at the images you see. But try to remain with the center of your attention, with the soles of your feet. And you could start with walking in the usual fashion, but much slower. If we move slower, we have to look at the things we do in a different way. It is very simple. We become much more mindful if we do something that we usually do in a slightly different way. It completely deconditions the brain. And the slow movement is not necessary, but it is very beneficial for beginners. And whenever you put down a foot and start a new step, direct your mind towards the other foot. And while doing that, it can be beneficial to say a label like stepping or walking to yourself in your mind, or even out loud. But always have the mind with the movement and not somewhere else, especially not lost in thought. And whenever any noticeable change occurs in the walking, repeat the label. You don't have to repeat it all the time. One lifting and moving or whatever you want to use is sufficient. The label helps you be aware of what you do. Most of the time, we do not use our minds when walking, not at all. And it really helps to fill the gap and use the capacities in some way, otherwise our mind will go astray. And when you get distracted, stop walking and label the distraction as well, either in your mind or out loud. If you are very unconcentrated, label out loud. Try to find a quiet and secluded spot where you can do it without feeling ashamed or something like that, and then try it. It really helps. Our own voice, hearing our own voice, is incredibly calming, especially when we hear it frequently in an even manner. And you should only walk when your mind is with the feet during the entire meditation session. But now to a short video that I have recorded. I will talk in the background. Okay, what you can see here is myself in my living room, and I'm doing some walking meditation here. I chose a short walking path. It is not too long. It is maybe 4 meters in total, and I'm not doing anything else but walking in the very same fashion. The movements I'm doing are a bit exaggerated, but nonetheless, I did it for the purpose of demonstration, so it should be quite easy to understand. And what you see here is pretty much I lift my heel, then I lift the foot, then I move it forward, then I lower the front part of the foot, then I lower the foot to the floor, and then lower the heel. And then I repeat the entire process with the other foot. Again, I'm exaggerating a little bit just to emphasize the different phases of walking. The key part about all of this is that you want to not give in to all the distractions that you see. You want to endure whatever comes up in your mind. And there will be a lot because we are used to thinking and daydreaming and doing whatnot when walking. Thus, we try to endure everything that comes up. And again, there will be a lot of distractions. And once you come close towards the end of the meditation path, there is the turning phase that we also have to talk about a little bit. Again, we use mental labels if we can to make sure that our mind goes not astray and can properly turn. At the end of the walking path, we just stand still with both feet next to each other, and then we start the turning procedure, just as you can hopefully see with me. Then we just lift one foot, turn it by 90 degrees, repeat it with the same foot, with the other foot, and do the same thing again until we have completely changed directions. Again, try not to look in other directions or anything like that. It is a training in endurance, and we really want to endure all the distractions that come up, no matter if visual or through any of the other senses, including the mind. Try to just do what you set out to do. Whenever you, can't, try to just stand still for a moment, refocus, and then continue. Okay, but let us now continue. There are a few pitfalls people typically do wrong when doing walking meditation. That is not unusual. You can get concentrated while walking. It is possible. It is just harder as people let themselves be distracted all the time. This is one of the pitfalls people, fall for. They don't like walking meditation because they think they can't be concentrated. Also, walking meditation is an exercise in enduring. I can't overemphasize this. Do not give in to all your mind's wishes to look around and make things more interesting. You want to be bored. Be bored and endure the boredom. Don't look at your feet when you get distracted. Just stop walking, refocus, and then continue. And it is also very beneficial to label the different phases of this kind of walking meditation. It is sufficient to just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the different 6 kinds of phases. It doesn't matter. You can use your own labels that are most comfortable to you in your own language. That is very beneficial to just use your language. It doesn't have to be whatever I tell you. It is just important that you use something to not let your mind go astray and to fill the free time. And personally, I made the same mistake and avoided walking meditation in the beginning a lot. I simply did not understand it. I had no clue what people wanted me to get from it. They rarely explicitly name the benefits. They just say what to do and not why. I try to change that a lot. As you might have noticed, I always give you the why, the goal behind it, the idea behind it, so it's easier to overcome doubt. And I did a long meditation online course half-heartedly, but later discovered my mistake and I was really bummed about it. And my spiritual progress really gained momentum upon starting the walking again. It can really help to switch things up. And you can't sit all the time. It is impossible. You have to move. There's a reason why many monks have bad knees, because they sit all the time. You have to balance it. It is a very crucial thing. And technically, I gained the most significant insights I had so far while walking and not while sitting. Or at least I repeated them a lot while walking. It is much easier to do it like that. Okay, but let us now come to the most important point. Many people ignore walking meditation or don't even know of it. It doesn't feel like meditation, and it is hard to endure all the distractions of the walking meditation. And people usually have no clue why to do it, and why to do it exactly the way people prescribe it. To endure. It is an exercise in enduring, and when you can endure, it is very easy to get concentrated. Precisely because of that, it is such great benefit to do the walking meditation. We get better by doing hard things and not by doing easy things. And try to walk in the most boring and scripted manner possible and endure all of your mind's excuses and rationalizations. The Buddha praised walking meditation a lot, and he never recommended things without benefit. Or light. You can test all the benefits for yourself by trying it out just for a while. Maybe give it 3 weeks, try it and see if it works and see if it feels good. You can do it exactly before the sitting meditation, and you might very well discover the pre-concentration benefits of it. Okay, and that is pretty much it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy what I do, subscribe and like the channel. But until then, I wish you a pleasant day and goodbye.